Hello, this is Donatus from Oxys AI for call centers. And why do call centers need AI? Well, in fact, call centers are a very inefficient contraption today. They, they operate on an enormous scale, over 1 billion calls made a day. But approximately 40% of users report switching to a competitor service because of poor customer service. And that's a huge number of customers. And call centers do in fact try to mitigate this, but the means by which they do it are inherently ineffective. My managers there sit and mind-numbingly listen to call after call, evaluate them by hand, and then only weeks later does feedback come back to people who are actually making the calls. And to top it all off, managers only manage to listen about 1% of the calls made in total. And if this sounds like a huge waste to you, you're not alone. And this is where Oxys AI comes into play. Our solution listens to 100% of the calls, and yes, that's all 100% of the calls. It recognizes and analyzes the speech content of the call, and then gives actionable and almost instantaneous feedback both to managers and both to the call makers. In total, improving customer sales, improving customer satisfaction, and whatever your metrics are. There's a huge need for this service. And in the US market, and in general with English-speaking markets, it's already being tried out. However, there's a huge untapped potential for languages that are not as well, that don't have as many speakers in general. And this is where we're trying out our solution in my home market, Lithuania. And we have talked with many customers, and most of them express actual interest to buy if such solution would exist. So far, we have many milestones, but one of the main is to improve the AI model accuracy. And it's a big computational task. And this is where the Apex grant would come in as well. We already have bought our own training hardware, but running it monthly and running AI models on it is a costly endeavor. And this grant would assist in paying the electricity bills for the training of these models. Thank you, and have a nice evening.